All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to unmute,
Can you hear
but
me?
I can hear you, Bert.
Okay.
We can't see you, but we can hear you.
Oh, really? Oh, well, you don't
Hang
want
on. No.
You're not presentable this morning.
I didn't usually stop him. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Bert.
to.
I'm kidding.
Us girls didn't doozy up either.
No.
I'm
Rabbi
just
did.
happy not to be the only floating head on the camera. A lot of people log in, they don't. That's okay. That's all right. We're gonna do just a quick Shema and an Amida, and then we'll go into our lesson for today. So go ahead and do.
What page would that be?
So the Shema begins on, I'm looking at 149, but we're not going to start on 149. Start a little bit
155?
past that, I think. Yes, 155. Good.
Okay.
Are we all at 155?
My books are in Montgomery,
Where are you?
Canada.
Solid reason. But it's a Shema. So I don't know if you have it memorized or if you can just look it up online. It's just a Shema.
I can do it.
Okay. So we don't have a minion, so we say El Melech Ne'eman.
Okay.
Okay. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך. וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנפה פתל ותכלת. והיה לכם לציצית, וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם. ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם אחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. Ani Adonai Elohechem. And now we continue with the Mira, where we'll spend the next 5 minutes. Can go ahead and turn your cameras off in silent prayer. So that starts on page 159, or if you just want to Google Amida on your phone, it should be there. The Amida on page 159. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Mhm.
So tried a little bit new thing there. Hope you liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that something
Yeah.
that should, notwithstanding the Jesus Christ Superstar opening number, is that something that is okay going forward?
Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, cool, cool. All right. Okay.
Rabbi, my voice is having trouble. Every time I change a climate, I have a hard time talking for a day or two. So
Oh,
I hope you can understand me.
We can.
Okay,
we can absolutely understand you.
good.
So you will not be the one to read.
Okay.
Okay. So should what's the best way to do this? Um, I do understand it. I hope that you guys will be here. I'm gonna first I'll give you the do you guys are you able to pull this up or should I share it?
You mean put it on the screen like you did last time?
Yeah, this one because there's so much Hebrew in it, it's kind of hard.
Uh,
But
you want to just read it? Is that
okay,
what
so
you're
yeah,
saying?
We
we're
can
gonna
get
read
it.
it. What?
I've got it up.
Okay, great.
Um,
All right. So okay, so here. Okay. Okay, so I'll go through the first thing and then we'll do the round robin reading. I'm just gonna give a little Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish. So I actually have I don't know, I did a little Shimon ben Lakish. Actually, can you guys see my notes here? I just copied and pasted it from okay. So all right. So Rabbi Yochanan is where'd you guys go? Oh, and they live around the 200s. So they live around the 200s. Rabbi Yochanan is uh, it's called an Amora, but that's not important. Um, he's after the destruction of the Second Temple. Remember, we are in a period of time where there was, Jews were like a quarter of the world population. The Romans invaded Levant. It falls. Jews now are civilizations in tatters. And in the the 200s, they kind of are very much scrambling to get Judaism back together. They codify the Talmud. Rabbi Yochanan is a leading figure in this. We sort of think that there's two Talmuds. There's the Babylonian Talmud and the Jerusalem Talmud. We think that he writes the Jerusalem Talmud or codifies the Jerusalem Talmud. So this is a big guy.
Mhm.
Um, Shimon ben Lakish is his best friend. Um, he was a gladiator. He was a big, brutish, tall, hairy, macho, brutish thug of a guy. Ends up being a great Torah scholar. And there's a lot of the Talmud, we have a lot of didactic discussion between uh, Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish. His name is Shimon ben Lakish, but they call him Shimon Bar Lakish or Bar Lakisha, or Reish is just a nickname, but he's also known son of Lakish. So, okay, so now we're gonna just read. These are different stories from, remember the Talmud is, in Talmud it's hard to explain, but it's kind of just a discussion and a view of, it's a Mishnah and then a discussion of the Mishnah. It's a statement and then a discussion of the statement. And it goes on that way for thousands of pages. So now we're in the Jerusalem Talmud, which Rabbi Yochanan is believed to have compiled. And so he writes, there's this thing, Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish, those are the two, the student and the teacher, the best friends. studied the seventh chapter of Shabbat for 3.5 years. For every one of the 39 melachot of Shabbat, they identified 39 toledot. So remember, on Shabbat, we're forbidden to do work on Shabbat. And these are the people that defined, what kinds of work we do, what kinds of work we don't do. So, okay. And so they say this is like the practice of Reish Lakish. This is another place in the Talmud they say, who would review his studies 40 times. Remember, 40 is a number of completions. So maybe it was 40, but really it was just until it was complete, corresponding to the 40 days to which the Torah was given to Moses at Sinai, and only afterwards he'd go before Rabbi Yochanan to study from his teacher. So here they're just describing what's going on. And in Sanhedrin, sorry, but doesn't Ula say when one sees Reish Lakish studying Torah in the study hall as though he is uprooting mountain and grinding them into each other? Reish Lakish is very sharp in his analysis. So have you ever talked to people who are really sharp and they just pick stuff up immediately? That was Reish Lakish.
Well,
Okay, so just gonna stop right there, check back in with you. Who's Rabbi Yochanan?
yeah, that wrote this, the Israeli Talmud.
Very good. Yes, codified
Teacher.
teacher.
He's the teacher.
Excellent. And he lived like in the 200s, the second century AD. And who is Reish Lakish or son of Lakish?
He's the student. He's a gladiator. He's big and tall, and he catches on quickly.
There you go. Excellent. A plus, Barbara.
Yes,
Okay, great. All right. So does someone want to read Gittin?
I can't see it.
Oh, um,
for some reason mine's turned just totally black. I don't have anything on my phone.
oh dear.
I can hear y'all, but
All right. Okay.
That's better. I can read that if you want me to, Rabbi.
Sure. Let me see if I can get
The,
it
G-
even bigger for you. Hold on.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, no,
The
too big. Okay.
Gemara recounts a related incident. Reish Lakish sold himself to gladiators. He took a bag and a round stone inside of it with him. He said, there is a tradition that on the final day of a captive's life, before his captors kill him, they do for him anything that he requests of them, so that he would forgive them for the spilling of his blood. On the final day before they were set to kill him, they said to him, what is amenable to you? He said to them, I want to tie you up and have you sit, and I will strike each one of
Okay.
you 1.5 times. He tied them up and had each one of them sit. When he struck each of them with one strike with the stone in the bag, the one whom he struck died, because Reish Lakish was of great strength. Reish Lakish gritted his teeth in anger and said to the one whom he killed, in order to prevent the others from realizing what was happening, are you laughing at me? You still have half of a strike remaining with me, as I struck you only once. He killed them all, and Reish Lakish escaped his captors. He left and came back home, and after some time had passed, he was sitting, eating, and drinking without concern for his livelihood. His daughter said to him, you don't want anything to lie upon. He said to her, my daughter, my belly is my pillow, and this is enough for me.
Okay. So
Okay.
what picture are we getting of Reish Lakish here?
He's smart, and those captors are pretty stupid.
it's kind of
And he's
All right,
and he's
wait, Diane,
and,
you're
he,
muted.
and he's strong.
He is big and strong. and smart.
It's smart. Yeah, he's a warrior. I'm glad he's on our side.
That's
Okay.
pretty slick.
Yeah.
And they were stupid.
Yeah. I love the Talmud for all the stories. People
Yeah,
say,
it's
oh, it's the
like,
oral law, but it's the best of the stories.
is it like granting someone who's on death row their last
Meal.
meal, wish for their last meal? That where that came from?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, instead of letting the prisoner kill us, let's just let them have what they want to eat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So there we go. I added this next section just so you get an idea of what it is. So that's the story. And then the structure of the Talmud is there's a story, then there's people talking about the story. There's a statement, there's people talking about the statement. So here are the Tosafot, who are like in the 1200s, 1300s, talking about the statement. So they say Reish Lakish sold himself. This story must have taken place before he did tshuva, before he became religious, before he, because he was a gladiator and then he turned his life around and started studying Torah. So they're saying this must have happened before he started studying Torah, because once you start studying Torah, you treat yourself with respect. Otherwise, he wouldn't have treated himself this way.
Is this where the word chutzpah came into play?
Could be. Um, so, so Yoma, um, let's see. Okay, so we'll skip Yoma. Um, so now this is the story. So this is Reish Lakish. He's big, grizzly, smart guy. You know. Okay. Rabbi Yochanan, they said he was of fine, delicate features. So I don't know if, yeah, so he's fine, delicate, beautiful, female type features. So do you want to, Barbara, you want to continue with the
Yeah. The
meeting of,
Gemara relates one day the beautiful, delicately featured Rabbi Yohanan was bathing in the Jordan River. Reish Lakish saw him and jumped into the Jordan, pursuing him. At that time, Reish Lakish was the leader of a band
Lakish?
of
Okay, Lakish. Okay,
Latish was
Lakish. Lakish. Like the breakfast with eggs and fluffy crust, quiche.
Ish.
Reish
Lakish.
Lakish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Reish Lakish was the leader of a band of marauders. Rabbi Yohanan said to Reish Lakish, "Your strength is fit for Torah study." Reish Lakish said to him, "Your beauty is fit for women." Were they gay?
What? This is
Well,
a story that people read on Pride Shabbat, so I thought it was
I
that
mean,
is
was
that
there
is that is
was
that
there
is that is a question, a valid question. It has been asked before.
I mean, nothing wrong with it. It just sounds like it.
Sounds like it
Um,
when he jumped in the water.
and he thinks he's very beautiful. And
Mhm.
anyway,
More power.
okay.
And they high fived.
Well, it
What?
says pursuing him. I mean, Rabbi Yohanan said to him, "If you return to the pursuit of Torah, I will give you my sister in marriage, who is more beautiful than I am." Reish Lakish accepted upon himself to study Torah.
Let
Uh,
me go get it down. Okay.
Subsequently, Reish Lakish wanted to jump back out of the river to bring back his clothes, but he was unable to return as he had lost his physical strength as soon as he accepted the responsibility to study Torah upon himself. Rabbi Yohanan taught Reish Lakish Bible and taught him Mishnah and turned him into a great man. Eventually, Reish Lakish became one of the outstanding Torah scholars of his generation. Well, did he take the sister?
No,
He did.
it sounded
He
like
did.
that.
He took the
Okay.
sister and the two became best friends.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for spotting that so quickly. You are sharp as Leish Lakish. Yeah, I think so, yes. In my mind, yes. I don't know other people know, but in my mind, yeah.
They were
Okay.
gay, or he was gay. One day, the sages of the study hall were engaging in a dispute concerning the following. What is that word?
Baraita.
Baraita.
Yeah, that's
With,
a statement that's not in the Talmud, but it is in the Talmud. We just call it Baraita. Okay.
okay. With regard to the sword, the knife, the dagger, the spear, a hand sickle, and a harvest sickle, from when are they susceptible to ritual impurity? Okay.
The Baraita answers.
The Baraita answered. Wait a minute, I got to get rid of something here so I can see.
Oh, okay.
It is from the time of the complete. Okay. It is from the time of the completion of the manufacture, which is the halakha
Uh-huh.
with regard to metal vessels in general. These sages inquired, and when is the completion of their manufacture? Rabbi Yohanan said, it is from when one fires these items in the furnace. Reish Lakish said, it is from when one scours them in water after they have been fired in the furnace. Rabbi Yohanan said to Reish Lakish, Bandit knows about his banditry. You are an expert in weaponry because you were a bandit in your youth.
Okay.
Reish
So
Lakish,
what's happening now? So what's happening now? They're in the study hall. They're having a discussion. When are weapons done? Reish Lakish kind of answers correctly. Rabbi Yochanan does not. Rabbi Yochanan gets kind of embarrassed. And then he says, "Okay, well, you know about weapons because you did weapons so much."
yeah, right.
So it was the wrong thing to say.
Mm.
Okay.
Reish Lakish said to Rabbi Yohanan, what benefit did you provide me by bringing me close to Torah? There, among the bandits, they call me leader of the bandits, and here too they call me leader of the bandits. Rabbi Yohanan said to him, I provided benefit to you as I brought you close to God under the wings of the divine presence. As a result of the quarrel, Rabbi Yohanan was offended, which in turn affected Reish Lakish, who fell ill. Oh, and the saga continues, right, Rabbi?
There's
On and
nothing
on and
new.
on, and nothing changes.
Nothing new under the sun.
Which created one of the first good guilt trips.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got ill and he's probably
He
going to.
got sick because his
Yeah,
teacher, yeah.
that'd be,
Oh,
yeah.
it's funny.
Okay. All right. There we go. We'll continue on. Okay.
Rabbi Yohanan's sister, who was Reish Lakish's wife, came crying to Rabbi Yohanan, begging that he pray for Reish Lakish's recovery. She said to him, do this for the sake of my children, so that they should have a father. Rabbi Yohanan said to her the verse, leave your fatherless children, I will rear them. She said to him, do so for the sake of my widowhood. He said to her the rest of the verse, and let your widows trust in me. Reish Lakish died. Oh,
Yeah.
Rabbi Yohan's not nice.
No. What? Yeah.
Not nice. Rabbi Yohan was sorely pained over losing him. The rabbi said, who will go to calm Rabbi Yohan's mind and comfort him over his loss? They said, let Rabbi Elazar ben Badat go, as his statements are sharp. He is clever and will be able to serve as a substitute for Reish Lakish. So now Rabbi Yohan feels badly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You should. Yes.
Rabbi Elazar ben Badat went and sat before Rabbi Yohanan with regard to every matter that Rabbi Yohanan would say. Rabbi Elazar ben Badat would say to him, there is a ruling which is taught in, I still don't know how to pronounce that word, Barata?
Baraita. Yeah.
Barata, that supports
Baraita. It's Baraita. It's like the
Barita,
Aramaic. Yeah. Aramaic.
Barita,
Yeah.
that support that
I,
supports your opinion.
I
Rabbi
have.
Yohanan said to him, are you comparable to the son of Lachish?
That's
In
right.
my
So
discussions with the son of Lachish, when I would state a matter, he would raise 24 difficulties against me in an attempt to disprove my claim, and I would answer him with 24 answers, and the halakha by itself would become broadened and clarified. And yet you say to me, there is a ruling which is taught in Barita that supports your opinion. Do I not know that what I say is good, being rebutted by
yeah.
Rish Lakish served a purpose? You're bringing proof to my statement does not. Rabbi Yohanan went around rending his clothing, weeping and saying, "Where are you, son of Lachish? Where are you, son of Lachish?" Rabbi Yohanan screamed until his mind was taken from him. He went insane. The rabbis prayed and requested for God to have mercy on him and take his soul, and Rabbi Yohanan died.
Leave
Whew,
the doggies.
what a sad story. And now the poor sister doesn't have a brother, doesn't have a husband.
Yeah, but she got a
Children
pass.
don't have a father,
She got some
all because
kids.
of an argument.
She got some kids.
Mm-mm-mm.
She's the only one that benefit her and the kids benefited. Wow.
Okay.
So a Talmud, I mean, my overarching, so it's a fun story. I mean,
Yeah.
not a fun story. I mean, this is an American culture. These stories don't have happy endings. Jewish stories don't have, it's like Russian stories, just don't have happy endings. They're just kind of sad.
Yeah.
It's just,
No,
yeah,
that was sad.
yeah. But
Didn't
it was,
have to happen.
no,
Is the
no.
paperclip one sad?
You got to stay tuned next week.
Yeah, so it's sad, but it does. I think what the Talmud does is teach us how to talk to each other. Like, this is my view on Jewish law in general and on Talmud in general. And of course, different rabbis are going to have different views, but this one is mine. Every rabbi should have a core. This one is mine. One of my cores is that Talmud and Jewish law doesn't actually teach us the right way. Like, there are a few things that are right and wrong, but most of the things it's teaching us how to talk to each other. It's teaching us how to disagree. What are the bounds of disagreement? Because remember, at the end of it, Rabbi Yochanan is saying, like, I don't want someone who's going to agree with me all the time. I want somebody who's going to give me 24 reasons, and then I got to sharpen myself. And then and you have this didactic, the pull. But the story opens with this one time when it just went way too far. I mean, I think clearly there is a lover's overtone in there, you know.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I think they
Yeah.
juxtapose the swimming and bathing and nakedness with this to show how, like, this was more than just about a furnace and an oven and a weapon.
Uh-huh.
This is much more about this. There was definitely like an element of embarrassment and humiliation, and something else was going on there.
Yeah.
I read that in the story anyway. Um, so these are definitely intimate partners, if not, I mean, intellectually, if not physically as well. Um, so Kal v'chomer, all the more so the embarrassment and the humiliation is so much. And in so much discussion, of course, something wrong is going to be said and da 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 da. But so the point is that it's showing, their how to argue, how to come up to it. And we'll get another story after this that kind of makes my points. I've just decided to teach that too. We'll learn. You can or cannot steal paper clips. It depends, is the answer. So,
Okay.
so depends if
Good
the paper
lesson,
clip has.
Rabbi.
Okay, wait. We have more. We have more.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's a few more. But wait, there's more.
Okay.
Okay, hold
Oh,
on. We
and the
got some more.
saga can, okay.
All right. So, and then this is talking about chavruta. Like, you guys are my chavruta now. You guys are each other's chavruta. What does that mean? Sure. Um, so, what do we do when we're talking about law? We're not just talking about the law. What we're also doing is we're sharpening each other. Um,
We're doing
so
what?
we're sharpening each other.
Oh, okay.
Rabbi Hama says, what is the meaning of iron sharpens iron? Like when people are studying Torah and the students ask sharp questions, the teacher is sharpening the students are sharpening the teacher.
Mhm.
Um, so this verse comes to tell you that just as with these iron implements, one sharpens the other when they're rubbed against each other, the other two Torah scholars study together, they sharpen each other in the law. Rabbi Bar Chana said, wire matters Torah are compared to fire. Okay, so it goes on like that. Okay, listening. Um, it also studying Torah and studying why are we doing this? We're also listening. Rabbi Yirmiyahu said that Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish, Reish Lakish, remember him? We just,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
so said two Torah scholars who are agreeable to each other when engaging in discussions of halakha, the Holy One, blessed be He, listens to them. As it is stated, they feared the Lord and spoke nidaberu with one another. The Lord hearkened. So this idea of when you're talking words of Torah and you're agreeable, like you're doing it the right way, God's listening to you. And he
Okay.
said this speech, dibur, means nothing other than calm. So, you should always strive to be calm. I don't always get that, but you always try to be calm. Rabbi Abba said, Rabbi Shimon Bar Lakish said, two Torah scholars who listen to each other in discussion of halacha. The Holy One, blessed be here, hears the voice, as is stated. You will dwell in the gardens, your companion you heard, your voice caused me to hear it. And if they do not do so, they do not listen to each other, they cause the divine presence to depart from among Israel. As it is stated in the following verse, run away, my beloved, and be like a gazelle or a young hart upon the mountain of spices. So when you're listening to another person, God lives in that space. When everyone's just talking at each other, God departs.
Mm.
And I think we're close. Fighting. Gemara asks, what is the meaning enemies of the gate? With regard to Torah study, Rabbi Hia Bar Arba says, even a father and his son, or a rabbi and a student who are engaged in Torah study in one gate become enemies with each other due to the intensity of their studies, but they do not leave there until they love each other, as it is stated in the verses discussing which Vayehev Besufra and in the valleys of Arnon. The word Vayehev is interpreted to be related to the word Ahava. Do not read this as in Sufra, rather at its end, Besofa. So you should hate each other in the beginning and love each other at the end when you're fighting. You need to fight it out. Um, okay, there's a lot more, but okay. So that's that's the end of the story of. Now we're at the end
That's
of the
good.
story. Okay, yeah.
Well, that was a good story, Rabbi.
Oh, I'm glad you like them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys like Talmud stories. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rabbi, just real quick, so I don't know about Orthodox people, but Reform and Jewish and conservative people, I think this is right, do believe that abortion is okay, that you're not a person until you take a first breath or something like that. Did all that come from the Talmud? Did these decisions about abortion, um,
There's a statement in. Oh, move it up here.
you don't have to
So I'm
answer it
gonna see
right
what I
now.
remember this. No, no, no. I think I did learn this. There's a statement in Exodus where, like, if people are fighting and one person hits a woman and causes her to become not pregnant, causes her to miscarry, there's a financial fine. It's not they haven't committed manslaughter. Like if you
Oh,
strike
okay.
a
So
woman and kill her. So that's where it comes from.
that came from.
It's
So
definitely like there's
Orthodox,
definitely like Jewish rabbis love babies though. Like they love babies. So
yeah, yeah,
like
well, we
like
all do.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so they really want Jewish women to be pregnant all the time. So
Yeah,
they're very
but
much
they are
not
not
happy about abortion. There are
they're not opposed to pro-choice.
um I think there's limits. I do think there's limits. I don't think it's like you can have abortion wherever you want. But I do think that the mother's health is paramount, like because if there's then there's no if you even consider for a second about the fetus, then like you're ready to
Yeah. Yeah.
like, yeah, because it's not a situation where, I hate to say it, it's not a situation where men and women had love marriages. Women in Talmudic times and biblical times were very much property, and a big purpose of us is we were baby making machines. So, so it is very possible that a husband would be like, "Oh, save the baby, let her die, it's fine," and sometimes
Yeah.
so it's not, so there's definitely a lot of safeguards saying like you're not allowed to make this decision unless you are,
Right.
a doctor.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, good Shabbos, Rabbi.
Good Shabbos, Barbara. Good Shabbos, Diane.
Very
Good Shabbos,
nice.
Laura.
Everyone.
Such I just wanted to remind everybody on I hope you got my voice message that we're having a memorial service for Pearl.
No.
You didn't get my message?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
You got it, Bert. Well,
When
Diane, do you get my messages?
oh, I just I only message I got was that she had passed away and the funeral was going to be in Israel.
All right.
That
Well,
was the
there was
email
a
message.
message yesterday.
Okay, well maybe I missed it.
Okay, well, that's all right. So we're having a memorial service. Her children are going to be in town
Mm-hmm.
Monday night at the synagogue at 6 o'clock, and we're going to bring a dairy dish like we've done in the past. Gerald's going to lead the service, and we're going to just say a few words about Pearl, anybody that wants to, for the kids,
Mhm.
and so that we can remember her. So I hope you can come.
Barbara, I'm up in Canada, so
How
I'm sorry.
lovely.
I won't be
Let's
able to
see.
make it.
Okay, well, we'll miss you, and um anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rabbi, I'll be back in town. Will you be at Minion Thursday morning, Rabbi?
I think so.
Okay. So we will resume
Yeah. Yeah.
our rabbi in person
Mm-hmm.
starting Thursday. Yay.
Right.
On
Okay.
site.
Okay. And we
Okay.
have a baby naming. We have a baby naming July the 5th. Louisa and David Weiss.
Okay.
So a lot to look forward to, right, Rabbi?
Okay.
All good. All good
All
things.
good. Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Thank
shalom.
you, Rabbi.